The iPhone 15 Pro, is this worth the investment for a filmmaking tool? For something to use for documentary filmmaking, for other kind of filmmaking? Is it worth it? Is it worth upgrading to? Well, I was very curious. Like a lot of you, this has been out for a while. You might already have an iPhone 15 Pro. You might be thinking of getting one. You might be wondering, is this worth the investment? Is this worth the investment going up from a 13 or a 14? And really, the main advantage, as you would know from watching other YouTube content and stuff about the iPhone 15 Pro, is that you can shoot log ProRes in it. And you can do that natively into the Apple camera app. You can change that over to ProRes very easily, and you can capture that in log, change that in the settings. And you can also use the Blackmagic app, which tons of people have talked about. There's other reviews on that. There's other people showing you how to use that app. I'm not going to be doing that in this video at all. I'm just saying, is this worth it? Is this really going to be a tool that I'm going to use on jobs, on paying jobs? So let's start off with why I purchased the 15 Pro, why I upgraded from the 14 to the 15 Pro, and my thoughts that way on how I think this could be used in my workflow. So the real reason I upgraded this was for that ProRes log, but it was more for actually a specific job, which I ended up not being able to get one in time for. But there's certain situations where having something like this could be very beneficial, and actually not like this, like having it like stripped down, having it really how I see myself using it would be like this. Basically like a phone, probably not even with a filter on it. Like a regular looking phone. Because what I see, the big benefit of using a tool like this that can shoot ProRes or H.265 with the Blackmagic app to it in a 10-bit color, 4K, beautiful looking image, is that it is something that you can use anywhere. Really, like, it is something where you could use where you don't have permits to use other cameras. People are used to phones being out. There's a bunch of situations, especially for documentary filmmaking, where you're trying to get footage and it might be in a delicate situation where you don't have a permit where you're filming, you don't have ability of getting a permit where you're filming, you wouldn't get permission to have a permit where you're filming. And so having something that is like this, a mobile device that everybody has on them, to be able to capture great looking content, for me, that was what really piqued my curiosity with this. It was like, this could be worth having just for that. And so there was an instance I was on a documentary shoot and I was traveling with somebody on a plane. We were going to our destination and we needed to capture content with them on the plane and try to conduct an interview with them on the plane, get some B-roll with them in the airport as well. We did not have a permit for in the airport or on the plane at all. No permissions. So I was shooting on a DSLR, an A7S III, that with just a camera mic to it, to a Rode mic for a wireless lapel that I put onto the subject. And I was using that and hoping that no one would say anything. But even that is a little bit like pushing it for sure. So luckily no one did say anything and no one really made a fuss. And I was able to get an interview. I was able to get some other shots with them on the plane, getting onto the plane, getting off the plane with the DSLR. I'm sure if I brought out my FX6 and had some other bigger mics on, a shotgun mic on the top of the camera, it would have been a different story. I probably would have been told to put it away or, questions on what am I doing. The backup that I wanted to have was this phone, this mobile device. I wanted to have this with me really as just a backup, knowing that I could plug the Rode mic into this, I could have lapel go into it, and I could be shooting just straight onto this, into the camera, standing beside somebody or sitting beside somebody on the plane, conducting an interview, and getting a decent or good-looking shot. That, for me, was the reasons why I purchased this. Over the last few months, I've been kind of testing it on some different things. I brought it with me. I've been using it with the external hard drive sometimes. I got some filter sets, which I'm going to do a review on later. Some issues with these as well. And stuff can look great. Things can have a bit of problems. It's not definitely ever going to replace any of my other cameras for filmmaking. This would never be my first choice for going out and doing some paid work at all. For me, 99% of the time, I'll likely be using this mainly as I was always using my mobile device, my iPhone, as a thing to capture behind the scenes footage, some photos, some things with friends. The ability to be able to do that and do some stuff in a log and a ProRes or H.265 to the Blackmagic app. Awesome. But really, I'll be mainly using it like the other ways I normally would use a cell phone or my mobile device. And so going back to, again, for me, what made this worthwhile is just to have that as a safety, as another way, as something to have with me as a tool if I needed to get a shot in a place where I don't have permission to do things. And some places, like some museums, some, definitely in airports, if you're watching a concert, there's a lot of places where they don't even allow cell phones because they just know how well that they work to capture good-looking footage now. So even that is tricky, but in certain situations where I want to be incognito, be able to do an interview with somebody, that's what made me want to get this and try it out. Was it really worth it? I would, on vacation and doing things and capturing footage this way, I would much rather have a DSLR with me on that way, or a mirrorless camera with me on that stuff, to capture footage and fun stuff. I don't find having a mirrorless camera with me that, intrusive, that cumbersome, that big of a camera. I'm used to using quite a bit bigger camera for my work. So that for me is not a big deal. So, I don't know if it really was worthwhile for me to have. I think in some ways having this as a tool, but the upgrade and having things that to it, I don't see myself using that often at all. And really, what so many people are talking about, like doing this externally to a SSD and putting a grip on this and having different ways, I don't see myself using it like that either. That stuff is all kind of cumbersome and slows down the way you're working and kind of slows down the benefit of why mobile devices are so amazing to capture things, is because we always have them on us and we could just whip them out and start capturing footage right away really easily. Maybe you don't have the best control over the footage, but you can capture the footage. And good footage, or footage captured that is something, maybe doesn't look as best as it could with a different camera, but that's still better than not capturing something, by far, for sure. Okay? Content is king. The content outplays the quality of the content if you couldn't capture that content another way. And so really the way I see myself using this, if I'm using ProRes and I'm using log to this, would be just holding it like this on me without control of NDs and stuff, being able to capture scenes. Maybe I'll walk around with some NDs in my pocket if I know I want to capture some other things with it and I don't want to walk around with a mirrorless camera with me. This might be something I'll use, but mainly probably just like this, and recording internally. And a lot of times I'll be recording internally to H.265 on the Blackmagic app. I think with these devices, the H.265, I'm going to do some actually testing and do a video on this later on some of my drones that can shoot ProRes or H.265. I don't know if the ProRes is worth it. The H.265 is way more cumbersome to the system. You're working on your editing system, but you can convert that to ProRes if you want to easily. And how much extra space you have on your phone to be able to do that and have long recording on, for me, that's more beneficial than it being in ProRes. I don't think visually there is a difference, or if there is, it's very little. And I'm going to probably get some bunch of people commenting on that, saying like, how is that possible? ProRes is a professional format. Just look at the stuff side by side, capture those things, or look at those images side by side, look at the noise level, look at those other things, and really see, can you tell a difference between stuff? And that's some of the testing I'm going to be doing on a later video with some of the drones being able to shoot both those different formats. So H.265 into the Blackmagic app is how I'll be using it. I wish you could do that into the Apple just camera app. I wish you could do H.265 instead of ProRes, still in log, because I prefer using the Apple app, the camera app, mainly because it's just quick. Again, it's just like you turn it on, put it up there. I have an exposure. I can kind of lock my exposure. Done. Got it. Looks great. Awesome. Maybe it's not the exact shutter angle, or I don't know what my ISO set at, but I can get things quickly, which is really the benefit of using a phone or a mobile device. So that's my 2 cents on the iPhone 15 Pro. Is it worth upgrading to? No. If you're going to spend, say $1,500, $2,000 on a mobile device like the iPhone 15 Pro or Pro Max with a bunch of size in it to be able to record to, I think you're better off saving your money and getting an older DSLR, an older mirrorless camera, a 6400 Sony, something like that. I think you'd be much better off spending your money that way. Something that you can change lenses on, things that it's definitely going to look different. This still can look amazing. There's been tons of beautiful stuff online shot with the iPhone, but there's a lot of limitations to it, and I would not like to work with that as my only camera at all. So the long and the short of this video, sort of worth it for me. It has cost a lot. I don't think I would miss it if I didn't have it, though. If I just had the 14, I wouldn't be, really upset about it. So not really worth the investment. You guys let me know. What do you think about your iPhone 15 Pro? Are you using it a lot in your productions? Are you using it as a B cam? What are you doing with it? What do you like about it? And we'll see you guys in the next video.